Hi everyone, Anthony Morris Training Academy. Today is about checking. The checking hand has to get to the point to where anything that comes in, you need to be checking. And I say anything that comes in. Now, even if somebody has a knife, and this takes, if you've never played with knives before, you can get cut. Even if it's your training knife, you can get cut. So make sure if you're following my videos that follow the safety procedures also. You know, wear safety goggles, and you know, a lot of times the gloves on your hands make it a lot better for not getting barked up or cut. So now when I say checking, there's a couple things that I really like to pass on that's been passed on to me. Now, a lot of times if I'm in here and I'm checking, C. Joe James DeMille used to always say this was dancing fingers. If my fingers were up like that, that means they were dancing. Now, if my fingers are up like this, it gives my opponent a lot of different areas that he can escape. Okay, he can escape up, he can escape down, he can escape towards the camera. Now, he can't go back this way because my hand is here. But now, if you look at the situation of my fingers are over, okay, now he can't go this way, okay, he can't go to you, and he can't go up. So anytime that I'm going to check, I want my fingers over the top when I check. Now, I'm old school, so I've been taught two different ways. From the original old school guys to the new guys. Now, you have to find out what works for you. Now, if you move in and you check here and you still get hit, then that's telling you that there's something wrong. Now, I want to be able to shut the line down. So when I move in and I move to here, I'm shutting that line down because his only way out is to go down. When he goes down, I hit. So that's one point on the checking. Now, the other thing about checking is feeling the energy. And I say feeling the energy. It's hard to feel the energy on a wooden dummy, even though you can, but it's a different kind of energy compared to working with a real human. So as I check, a lot of times my hands are checking constantly. Okay, I may be moving here, but even when I put this hand here down on the low, my finger's touching underneath his hand, okay, or under his arm, so I can feel if he's going to make a move. Okay, I don't want to just put my hand up here and have no direction on where my checking is going to be. If my hand's like this, I'm giving him too many ways to decide on where he's going to go, and I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that he only has one direction that he can go, which is the direction that I want him to go. And it takes practice, it takes training, getting used to, if you're working dummy, get used to the fingers going over. Okay, now it's different if I throw a tonsal, which is like this. Okay, my fingers are going out the front, but this isn't checking. Okay, this is how it refers to blocking or shutting that line down. So if my hand is here, okay, I'm not going to be, but now I have to be sensitive enough here to feel to where if anything happens that I can move my hand or run my hand so that I can get back to this point for checking. Now, the thing about today's video is just trying to understand if I'm checking, I check. Okay, I may hit here, I may hit here, but each and every time my fingers are down. That's going to save you a lot of decision making on, can you shut the line down? Can you redirect the line? Can I make him do something that he's not aware that he's going to do just by how I shut this line down? Okay, now, like I said, he can't do anything other than go down. Now, and this is the cool part, okay, if my hand is like this, okay, he can go down, right? Okay. Okay, he can't go that way, can't go this way, can't go up. But the thumb, okay, I will force this down a little bit here to where his hand can only go into his body. When he goes into the body is when I trap. And you say, well, I don't know anything about trapping. Well, you know, there again, find a qualified instructor, somebody that can teach you how to trap. I'm an old school, you know, trapper now, mainly because of everything that I've received over the last 55 years from old school guys, you know, and you know, if it worked back then, it'll still work today. So when I trap, when I check, my pressure's going down. I'm trapping, in a sense, I'm trapping his hand to give him only one avenue to go. So as I move, I get used to fingers going down, fingers going down. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But as I move, see, a lot of times you'll see that little pinky here where it's hanging down. I'm checking, or I'm feeling, okay? For him to get past the pinky, he's going to have to put some force. Once he puts force into it, I'm going to hit him. So just take, and it can be anything. It doesn't have to be a wooden dummy. Just put something out there with some arms on it. And just get used to fingers down, 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 down. And that'll help you on your Gung Fu. It'll help you on your Wing Chun. It will help you on your Kali. And anything else, it'll help you on your grappling. You know, when I move in and I cup here, I cup like this on the back of the leg, okay? Okay, I will cup. Mainly so I can keep that supported. If I'm shooting for the leg, I'm gonna cup that. If I shoot for the back of your neck, I'm gonna cup, like that. If I start to do an arm drag here, I'm gonna cup that arm here. And it's the same thing. So whether I'm doing an arm drag, or I'm picking up the leg, or if I'm picking up the neck, it's going to always be here. My fingers are always going to be over. You spend all that time to move in and get in position to give them a way out. It's not always the best move. Okay, so shut them down before they have the opportunity to get out. And so that's what I got for you today. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, and I'll keep trying to give you guys little tiny jewels to help you in your training. Thank you.